Imagine being a soldier in World War II and your companion is none other than this bear. As crazy as it sounds, it's true. Today, we're diving into some of the craziest war animal stories in history. Let's start. Wajek, meaning joyful warrior in Polish, was a Syrian brown bear adopted by Polish soldiers during World War II. His mother was killed by hunters, and he was bought from a young boy in Iran. The soldiers raised him like one of their own, feeding him condensed milk, fruit, and even beer, which became his favorite drink. Wajek officially enlisted, helped carry heavy ammunition at the Battle of Monte Cassino. He even inspired the unit's emblem, a bear carrying an artillery shell. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, Wajek loved wrestling with soldiers, marching alongside them, and even saluting when greeted. After the war, he was sent to Edinburgh Zoo, where he retired. Wajek became a legend, with statues and memorials honoring him in Poland, Scotland, and Italy. A true war hero, and perhaps the most unexpected soldier in history. And what if I told you that dolphins were also used as soldiers? It sounds unbelievable, but during the Cold War, they actually were. In the 1960s, both the US and Soviet militaries began training dolphins for secret underwater missions. But why dolphins? Their natural sonar, known as echolocation, is more advanced than any human-made technology. This allows them to detect underwater mines, locate enemy divers, and even guard naval bases with remarkable precision. Even today, these animals are still used in military operations, and it's not just dolphins. Other species, like seals, sea lions, and beluga whales, are also trained for specialized tasks. In 2019, a beluga named Valdemir was spotted off the Norwegian coast wearing a Russian harness, most likely trained for surveillance. And in 2022, reports surfaced that Russia had deployed dolphins to guard its Black Sea fleet. So, while it may sound like something out of a spy novel, military marine mammals remain a reality, even today. Before tanks, before cannons, before machine guns, warlords had something even scarier: war elephants. Their sheer size and strength made them ancient war tanks, charging enemy lines, trampling soldiers, and carrying archers into battle. One of the most famous stories was Hannibal's daring march across the Alps during the Second Punic War in 218 BC. He started with 37 elephants, but only one survived the brutal journey, an elephant named Surus. At first, elephants were nearly unstoppable, but Romans later discovered that loud noises and fire could send them into a panic, sometimes even making them turn on their own troops. Despite their decline with the rise of gunpowder, war elephants remain legendary symbols of power and strategy. Dogs have served in wars for thousands of years. They act as scouts, sentries, messengers, rescuers, and mine detectors. Breeds like the German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, and Doberman Pinscher are the most commonly used due to their intelligence, strength, and trainability. One of the most shocking wartime tactics: anti-tank dogs. During World War II, the Soviet Army trained dogs to carry explosives and run under enemy tanks, where a detonator would trigger upon impact. However, the plan had flaws. Many dogs ran back to Soviet trenches, causing unintended casualties. While not always effective, reports claim they damaged hundreds of German tanks in battle. But not all war dogs were weapons. Meet Sgt Stubby, the most decorated dog of World War I. Originally a stray, Stubby became the mascot of the 102nd Infantry Regiment. He warned soldiers of mustard gas attacks, located wounded men, and even captured a German spy. Injured multiple times, he received medals, a Purple Heart, and was promoted to sergeant, making him a true wartime hero. So, we've seen dogs carry messages, but pigeons? Absolutely. Believe it or not, pigeons were the ultimate wartime couriers. But why pigeons? The answer is they always return home. no matter where they are released. This incredible sense of direction, called homing instinct, allows them to navigate long distances, even in bad weather. During World War I, one brave pigeon named Sher Ammy delivered a message that saved 194 American soldiers trapped behind enemy lines. Despite being shot through the breast, blinded in one eye, and losing a leg, Sher Ammy flew 25 miles in just 25 minutes to deliver this life-saving message.
We are along the road parallel to 276.4. Our own artillery is dropping a barrage directly on us. For heaven's sake, stop it.
The trapped soldiers were rescued, and for her bravery, she was awarded the French Croix de Guerre medal and is now honored at the National Museum of American History. Sher Ammy proves that sometimes, even the smallest heroes make the biggest difference. Of course, no animal has shaped the history of war quite like the horse. Their impact on warfare is so massive we could do a whole video just on them. For centuries, horses played vital roles: light cavalry for scouting, heavy war horses for charging, and pack horses carrying supplies. Even after tanks replaced cavalry, they were still used for transport in both world wars. But one of the most legendary war horses, a small but mighty Mongolian mare named Sgt Reckless. She was purchased by U.S. Marines during the Korean War from a Korean stable boy and became a hero. During the Battle of Outpost Vegas, she made 51 solo trips in a single day under enemy fire, carrying ammunition and even evacuating wounded soldiers to safety. She was wounded twice but never stopped. For her bravery, she was promoted to staff sergeant and awarded 2 Purple Hearts. Reckless wasn't just a warrior, she had a quirky personality, freely wandering into tents and eating anything she found, from scrambled eggs to poker chips. Today, she's honored with statues across the U.S., a true Marine legend. Now, here's one of the strangest war stories ever. The U.S. once tried to use bats as bombs. Bat bombs were an experimental World War II weapon designed to release thousands of bats, each carrying tiny incendiary devices. The plan? Drop them over enemy cities at dawn, let them roost in buildings to create fires everywhere. Tests showed bat bombs could cause thousands of fires at once, reaching places regular bombs couldn't. In fact, they were found to be more effective than standard incendiary bombs of that period. But the project had setbacks. One test accidentally burned down a U.S. airbase. By mid-1944, it was scrapped. Too slow, too expensive, and overtaken by the atomic bomb. Imagine if history had gone a little differently. As you can see, history isn't just about people. It's about the whole world, including the roles animals played in shaping it. Did people see these as heroes, tools, or just expendable resources? Understanding this can help us think critically about how we treat animals today. The past isn't something to forget, it's something to learn from.